welcome to 3 Tune Tuesday for Tuesday, July the 14th. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, happy birthday, Mom.
So, I just distracted myself with birthday wishes. Let me start a little bit over again. Welcome. I am your host, Bonaparte, and with me is your hostess, Yulia.
Hello.
So, we have a neat show, at least for us this week. It's a very interesting theme. Last week, we stumbled across, and we almost literally did proverbially stumble across it, a fantastic documentary entitled Dawson City, Frozen Time.
What an amazing documentary that was.
Oh, just incredible.
And I mean, yes, we nerd out about documentaries.
We-
Get over it.
We do, and we nerd out about vintage entertainment.
Yeah.
Now, combine the two of those, and it was an amazing weekend in this household.
Yeah, it really was. So walk us through the process of how you discovered this.
Well, okay. I mean, it's. I hope to be not too long-winded, so we can actually get back to it all.
Right.
But it started by me, deciding that I wanted to reintroduce myself to some poetry. Mm-hmm. So I've been reading The Spell of the Yukon, a book of poetry by Robert Service.
Right.
And the book is itself, inspired by his time in the Yukon during the Klondike Gold Rush. And I was getting fantastic images and imagery of what I perceive the Yukon to be, having never been there myself.
And that's on the short list of places where we want to go at some point.
It definitely is,
Yeah.
yes. And I just decided, I want to start, I'm going to rabbit hole Dawson City, because it was kind of the epicenter of the gold rush at the time.
Right.
And it has a pretty fantastic history in and of itself. But in doing so, I came across a Wikipedia article which led to all other sorts of other rabbit holes about a cache of over 500 film reels from the silent film era that was found quite by accident.
Yeah, don't give it away in case people want to.
Well, that's how I came across it.
Yeah. I want so badly for people to watch this documentary and take the journey.
Right.
Because we both went into it cold, not knowing where it was going to go. And the between the way the story was told in the documentary and, the way they sort of outlined all of the facts and then drew all the threads together.
Right.
I mean, it was like a slow dawning of realization.
Right.
And when it was finally revealed, I was like, oh my God, how incredible is this? And I really want our listeners to take that same journey and experience that, because it was so cool.
Yeah, please do. It is on YouTube. We'll link to it in the show notes.
Yeah. Maybe we'll put it up in the cinema.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fantastic find. But the short of it is human society, the Library of Congress and the Library and Archives in Canada are now the richer for having over 200 silent films essentially given to them.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, nitrate didn't survive for very long. And the fact that any of it has survived at all to today is pretty remarkable.
Yeah. And if you think that it's like a shruggable moment, it includes the only known footage of the 1919 World Series with the Chicago Black Sox scandal.
It's amazing.
The only known footage.
Yeah. That's how incredible.
Yeah, it really was. And you can hear it in our voices. We're still geeking out about it.
Yeah. It's I kind of want to go back and watch it again.
I do too. I'm also on a personal mission to hunt down as many of those films as possible that have been digitized.
Yeah, we should try to maybe watch those.
Yeah, absolutely, and get them up in their own portion of the theater.
Yeah.
Just an amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So this week's episode is inspired by that. We've got an episode, 3 songs entitled, the episode's titled Discovery and Gold.
Well, and it's like it's kind of a double thing there, right? Because they discovered gold,
Right.
and then they discovered another kind of gold,
Yes, exactly.
many years later. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. So we're gonna kick the episode off today with a song by the Orpheus Quartet entitled "If All My Dreams Were Made of Gold, I'd Buy the World for You."
Aw.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because of course the Klondike Gold Rush was all about gold, and people had high hopes.
Oh yeah. People came there in droves to this really climate-wise hostile place.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people routinely bit the dust.
People
on
died.
the way there. Yeah.
Yeah. When they were there, on the way there, after they got there, probably on the way home if they did not strike it rich.
It was an arduous journey just to get there.
Right.
And with no guarantee that you're going to actually find and be able to make money.
Right. And most did not.
Yeah. It's a wild story.
It is. And, if you have not, heard or read about it, I do encourage you, just, Google Klondike Gold Rush, Dawson City, and you will be awash with fantastic stories.
Yeah, yeah. And looking at the city itself now, looks like a really beautiful place, but still very remote.
And incredibly, it's, it's in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
It's just, if you can imagine where Yukon is, Yukon Territory, just east of Alaska, from a parallel, I think, runs north-south.
No.
Yeah, parallels run east-west.
Correct.
So the other one runs north-south.
Longitude?
Longitude, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about halfway from south to north in Yukon, so it's way, way up there.
Yeah.
And, it's difficult to get to today. There's finally a paved highway. But, 100 years ago, 120 years ago, there were no such things as highways.
Oh yeah, they were hiking.
Yeah.
Or they'd have sled teams.
Right.
You know.
And I don't want to get into anything in the in the documentary.
Yeah, no. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. So just we're gonna geek out offline here as we start getting the song going.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with "All My Dreams Were Made of Gold, I'd Buy the World for You." I figure it's a fitting way to kick off this episode.
That is,
since
I love
kicked
it.
off the
And
cold.
this is what year, please?
Now, this is the Orpheus Quartet recording 1912. It was actually recorded on February 2, 1912. The Orpheus Quartet included Harry MacDonagh, John Young, Reynold Warenrath, and William Hooley. Two of whom I believe we've played before, as individual artists. And they essentially were the Victor band at the Victor Quartet. That's how they started, was the Victor Quartet. They put them together.
Okay.
Yeah. But they had a good time together, and they had a good, respectable career. The song itself was composed by George Christie. He did the music, with the lyrics by J.F. Bradley and C.F. Quigley. They were Tin Pan Alley writers.
Okay.
So that's where the song would have come from. So this is "If All My Dreams Were Made of Gold, I'd Buy the World for You."
Oh.
You ask me, sweetheart, if I love you just the same today. I falter when I try to tell you the thoughts I'm longing so to say. You are the dream of my dreams, dear. You are the goal that I seek.
So the Orpheus Quartet was a tenor, baritone, and bass.
Yeah, like a barbershop quartet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, I've listened to this song a couple of times now, and each time I think they were not yelling into the horn, like a lot of others would have. So they must have had their faces pressed right into it.
It's possible, or, in the realm of singing and vocal studies and vocal training, we talk sometimes about somebody's instrument, their literal voice. And you ever just know somebody that could, without trying very hard, their voice just sort of goes across the entire room and you can't help but not hear them?
My mom.
Happy birthday. It's possible that they just had voices that were like that.
That's a good point.
It could just be their instrument,
Right.
and it was picked up super easily. And I suspect, we talk about Billy Murray a lot too, and he did enunciate and he did exaggerate, to be sure, but I think he was probably one of those dudes that had a voice that you just couldn't not hear in a room.
I suspect you're right. I mean, he did a lot of his, exaggerated enunciation because of also the type of songs that he sang.
Right, because he was telling a story, right?
Right.
It wasn't like this where it was a pretty little love song.
Right.
He was usually telling something humorous.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
that you really needed to hear the words to understand what was going on for the song.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
This, who knows? Who know? And you could be right. They could have all had their faces like right up against the horn.
Yeah.
But I somehow doubt it, because I was able to hear the musicians, the instrumentalists as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. One almost wishes they could be a fly on the wall to see how that stuff was done.
Right.
And I'm sure that there are film recordings of people using these things.
Not too many.
No?
Yeah, not too many. I mean, film in 1912 was still in its infancy as well.
Right, it was still silent.
Right.
For sure.
And I
but
don't think they would have used it to film a documentary, let's say. The first documentary is Nanook of the North, in fact.
right.
Something that I learned through this
Yeah.
documentary last week.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
yeah.
was a little bit later than 1912.
So you would, because you see photographs of people.
Right.
Right, but perhaps not moving pictures
Right.
of how that was done. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure that they existed at some point
Oh, I'm
somewhere,
sure,
but
yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
It probably was not really considered all that important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
They knew what they needed to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what was the title of that?
If all my dreams were made of gold, I'd buy the world for you.
Ah,
Yeah.
if all my dreams were made of gold, I would buy a curling rink.
A curling rink.
I would buy dedicated ice.
You know what I would do once we had the curling rink?
What would you do?
I would fill it full of skeleton brew coffee.
Wonderful.
I would.
What a fabulous idea.
I thought so too.
So tell us about Skeleton Brew Coffee.
The first thing that comes to mind with skeleton brew coffee is the word yum. And I do say that knowing that I'm somewhat biased, because it is there are roasts, there are beans.
Yes.
And it is sales of skeleton brew coffee that helps us fund our hosting bills for this podcast and other things, and the blog and such. Now, what makes skeleton brew coffee so special is that the entire process from growing the beans to getting it to your cup is all done by small business and small farms that are dedicated to providing the best cup of coffee around.
Yeah, this is not, we're not talking about big corporate here.
Right.
We here at Blind Skeleton are double middles to the man.
Right.
We got to start looking out for each other. We got to start looking out. We got to stop fighting the culture war, and we got to start fighting the class war.
Exactly.
And this is one of our ways of doing that.
It is. I mean, we cannot compete on a scale standpoint with Starbucks, or any of the grocery stores out there, Acme, Safeway, Food Lion. But what we can compete with is the quality of our product.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I don't want to compete with them, frankly.
No, nor do I. I want to provide a quality product that people will enjoy and come back to.
Right, right. Small coffee, small business coffee for everyday people,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah, and that is what we have with Skeleton Brew Coffee. We have 6 regular roasts that we source from small farms around the globe in the coffee growing areas, whether it be Mexico, or Colombia, Ethiopia, and we're looking at a Ugandan right now,
Oh my
which
God,
is
it was
really
so
good.
Oh, so good. That's the other thing. We won't try to sell you anything we haven't taste tested and approved ourselves.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And we have passed on beans before. Like, no, it's not
Not
something that
us.
we would enjoy. It's not something we want to give to somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we have our 6 regular roasts. They're up year round. They range from a lighter roast in our brew sky to a darker roast. And they're all really good. I am biased, but they're all really good. They come from farms that specialize in growing coffee. That's what they want to do. That's their income. They want to provide the best bean possible, and that's what they do. We source it. We do not have the beans roasted until they're ordered, so they're guaranteed to be as fresh as possible. The only way it could be fresher is if you roasted the beans yourself.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
All right, so let us do that for you. It will get to your house, 3 to 4 days after you order it. We are at the speed of, the post office. And it will be the most phenomenal aroma when you open the bag.
It's true. I think I stuck my whole face in our last bag.
You did?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was worth it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And what I love about our coffee is that it aligns with our ethics. We have these ethically grown beans by small farmers across the globe. We are part of a co-op that purchases the beans, that sources them,
Right.
purchases them. We have a small business that helps us with our roasting. And it's important to us that everybody makes a fair wage along the way. We're not doing it necessarily for a huge profit. We're using it to keep our margin. Like, we got day jobs,
Yeah, exactly.
but we're using this to keep our margins minimal.
Yeah.
And we want to operate as ethically as possible, because I don't know, maybe it's like a knee-jerk reaction to how unethical large corporations operate, from how they treat their employees to where they're sourcing their materials from. And that is, we want to be the anti-corporation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah. So not only are you helping so many small businesses along the way when you buy from us, from skeletonbrew.coffee, but $1 of everything that you buy from our skeletonbrew.coffee website will get donated to public media, which is also something that we're really passionate about.
Yeah.
They need our help now more than ever. We encourage you, even if you don't buy our coffee, we encourage you to support public media in all its forms, because corporate media is being taken over, and it's not great.
It's very sad.
They've grabbed the money, now they're grabbing the mic.
Yes.
And I freaking hate that. And so we need to, much like we're supporting small businesses, everyday people, we would love it if you joined us in that.
Yes, absolutely. That's the goal. If
Yeah.
we can all support each other, then we're all the better for it without padding somebody else's yacht.
Right. Like, we're not out here buying it. Like, I'll be happy if we can buy a shed this year.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
shed is falling apart, you guys.
Yeah.
It's literally just awful. But anyway, I digress. We also have a sister site called nokings.coffee,
We do?
which is our extra double middles
Yes.
to everything going on right now. We have, I think, do we still have our 3 blends there?
We've got
Our
3
3
blends.
roasts?
Yep, 3, that's it.
We've got the Liberté, Egalité, and the Fraternité. You get the gist of why we named it that. We are in no way affiliated with the No Kings movement, but we do love to support them. So $2 from every item that you buy at nokings.coffee will get donated to the Indivisible movement.
Yes.
They are the people who are helping organize the marches. They are the people helping to organize organize the they organized the general strike.
They did, yeah.
And with each successive time that they do these things, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how it works. Like it's not going to get done in one.
Right.
There needs to be momentum, and you have to build momentum. And that's what a site like Indivisible does, is it's helping build the momentum. It's raising awareness. It's building momentum. And we've also got some really cool links on our nokings.coffee website too for ways in which you can also participate. But one of the things you can do, one small thing you can do is buy our coffee.
Yes.
And not only are you helping, and you're helping so many freaking people besides us, but you're also getting a really damn good cup of coffee.
Truly.
Like I'm not even kidding. It's going to be head and shoulders above what you buy in the grocery store for, frankly, not that much more money these days because everything is expensive. And we've been able to keep our prices down.
Yeah, we have. We're very proud of that, in fact. In fact, on No Kings, I'm desperately looking for a way to lower some prices.
Yeah. And that's, who's doing that these days, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So head on over to skeletonbrew.coffee and please do check out nokings.coffee. And we've got some fun other things for sale on both of those sites as
We
well.
do indeed.
So
Yes.
have a poke around there.
Yes. So, moving on. One of the parts of the documentary really explained and spoke, maybe not spoke, but explained in depth was how silent movies were important to the people in Dawson City. Not going to go into spoilers. But movies have been important to a lot of people, since the advent of movies. And in Dawson City, with its isolation, having those movies was very important to them. Entertainment was very important.
Well,
And very welcomed.
Not just entertainment, but learning about other parts of the world.
Right.
Like first, we talked about documentaries briefly, and there were people who were shooting everyday life in other countries.
Right.
And, to people who are living in a small town way up north,
Right.
very isolated, this was probably like not just high entertainment, but also just education.
Yeah, it was a link to the outside world.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got to watch the 1919 World Series.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It really is. It really, really is. So our next song is appropriately entitled At the Moving Picture Ball.
Neat.
Yes. This is a song by Maurice Burkhart on the Edison Diamond Disc label
Oh.
in 1920. Maurice Burkhart was a tenor and a vaudeville performer, as many of our artists were. He was a vaudeville performer. That's what he did. There's not much more to say about that. The song itself was composed musically by Joseph Santley, with lyrics by Howard Johnson. Not the same Howard Johnson as the hotelier.
Howard Johnson.
Yes. Different Hojo.
Okay. Whenever I hear Howard Johnson, all I think of is Blazing Saddles. Howard Johnson and
Oh, I recall that.
all the Johnsons.
All the Johnsons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orville Johnson. Like, yeah.
Right.
Olson Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I digress.
It's all good. So the song, well, it's a celebrity party song. It talks about going to a movie and seeing the celebrities.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like it talks about, does it drop names as to like who was popular at the time? Or
Spoilers.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
You are.
Should we just listen to it?
Let's listen to it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, At the Moving Picture Ball.
Hip hooray! I feel delighted. Yesterday I was invited to a swell affair. All the movie stars were there. Oh, what fun! The party lasted till the break of dawn. famous players turned to cabarets, how they fooled and carried on, dancing at that moving picture ball. Some scenario, great big stars paraded round the hall. They were Mario, handsome Wallace Reed, stepped out full of speed, and Cedar Farrah was a terror. She vamped a little lady, so did Alice Brady. Douglas Fairbanks shimmied on one hand. Like an acrobat, Mary Pickford did a toe dance grand. And Charlie Chaplin with his feet stepped all over poor Blanche Sweet, dancing at that moving picture ball. Every girl, a handsome looker, had a dance with Mr. Zucker. Mr. Thomas Ince stepped around just like a prince. William Fox and Jesse Lasky both joined in the fun. Big directors mingled with the actors, why the whole bunch seemed like one, dancing at that moving picture ball. Some scenario, great big stars paraded round the hall. They were Mario, everyone jumped through. William Hart's lasso. And Olive Thomas, why she broke her promise. She got a little bolder, shook her wicked shoulder. Pauline Frederick did a foxtrot grand. Why, it was beautiful. Norma Talmadge led that jazz boat band. And 10 bathing girls were there. Each one was a little bear, dancing at that moving picture ball. Dancing at that moving picture ball. Some scenario, great big paraded from the hall. They were Mario, Mr. Charlie Ray. Why, he walked the dog and say, Miss Nazimova, Jazzimova. She made a big improvement on every little movement. Fatty Arbuckle did a new dance grand. Called the Turkish bath, lost 300 pounds, I understand. And Dorothy Dalton, a Spanish queen, why, she shook a wicked tambourine, dancing at that moving picture ball.
Huh.
I thought it was fun.
A lot of name drops.
A lot of name drops.
Yeah, some I
Yes.
recognized. Most I recognized. Some I was not very aware of. But, like, of course, Mary Pickford.
Of course.
And Charlie Chaplin, Fatty Arbuckle, Douglas Fairbanks.
Right.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Yes.
And who sang that, please?
That was Maurice Burkhart.
Maurice Burkhart.
Yes.
Okay. It had shades of Billy Murray.
It did.
You
It
know-
did. I could have very easily envisioned him singing this one.
Yeah. But again, we talked about that stylistic difference. He was telling a story, right?
Right.
So,
The enunciation's there. It's maybe a little louder, a little more flat, perhaps.
yeah. Well, what do you mean flat?
Well, just the tone of voice.
I would call that more forward, more projected. Because what happens is, like, in order to project that a little bit more, to make it a little bit more piercing, you got to change the timbre of the voice. So you have to sing it a little bit. It's a little maskier. It's through your.
Okay.
It's much more nasal, and it helps. It makes it like, I don't know. It's just pointier. It's like it's more in front of your face.
Right.
It's like the difference between a foghorn and a car horn. A
Fair.
foghorn is low and deep, and the only reason it carries as far as it does is because it is so low. But
Right.
like a train horn, for example, is not low. It's neither low nor deep, and it's going to scare you right out of your pants.
It's very shrill,
Right.
like my mom.
Stop it. Be nice.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh my God. But yeah, so I think that, again, Billy Murray, maybe that was his natural speaking voice. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, probably one of those people that that was probably sought out for his storytelling voice.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a very
Right.
good point.
Yeah. And I can imagine too that owing to Billy Murray's popularity, other people tried to then imitate that.
That would definitely stand to reason.
Because there were some little things in there that sounded Billy Murray-esque.
Yeah, yes.
Right? I mean, to my ear. There might be people that would disagree with me, but that was a takeaway for me.
Right. And if you like that discussion, and want to learn more about, such things as recording these old songs or the people involved, go check us out at blindskeleton.one. That's blindskeleton.one.
There is a cornucopia of information and fun stuff there.
Yes,
It's all dealing with our vintage obsessions.
Yes.
Everything from film to photography to music to just everything in between.
Right.
We love it.
Yep. It's all there. It's a part of our entertainment history, let's say. It goes right back to the ancient Greeks and their plays and tragedies and dramas. But more recently, over the last 150 years, we have photography, silent movies, and audio recordings.
Well, and if you think about it, we have learned so much about ancient cultures by studying their art.
Yes.
Like we learned a lot of what we have theorized and gleaned from studying art across cultures, across time, is figuring out what was important to people. Because people make art about the things that are important to them. It's happening. It's happening all the time. It's happening now, even as we speak.
It is, yeah.
People are creating art about the things that are important to them. We talk about protest songs a lot here, and people are creating that kind of art. And, 50 years from now, people are going to hear those songs, and they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, I remember what it was like."
Yeah, exactly.
I can remember, song like, it's not unlike, when We Are the World comes on the radio. And people of our generation are all like, "Oh yeah, that takes me right back to a place in time."
Sure.
And then, the younger people are like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Right.
And that's how we keep our stories alive. That's how we talk about the things that were important to our generations to help people who are coming in behind us learn more about us and where we came from.
Right.
And that's it, we similarly, I used to love to listen to my grandmother and my grandfather talk about, the stuff that they watched and listened to when they were kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because that helped me understand what was important to them.
Right.
And, that's kind of what we're doing with blindskeleton.one. Like it's part of our history. It's part of the story of humanity. And we like to explore it. We like to be fascinated by it. We like to keep those stories alive. And we do that, every week with our podcast here, and we also do it on the website.
We do. The website's in need of some updates. We do have day jobs, but there's still information up there. We've got the movie theater where you can go browse some old silent movies. We've got the 24/7 streaming radio station.
Yeah.
Yes, there is something up there for everyone.
Yes. And if you go there and you sign up for our newsletter, which at some point we're going to put together in all our free time, you are entitled to a free 2-ounce sample of one of our coffees.
Yes, that will make a full 12-cup pot of coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
So go ahead and point your browser to blindskeleton.one. Have a little nose around there. You can find also links to our contact information there. We have one and one only social media platform with which we engage, and that is Blue Sky.
Yes.
We love Blue Sky. And we have our email addresses there. We have a web form, and we've got a phone number.
We do.
And I want to make a contest
Okay.
for our phone number. I haven't quite thought about it yet. Well, I have thought about it, but I haven't quite put the solidifying details.
Okay,
on it. But
okay.
I definitely do want to, because I want people to give us a call.
Right.
I want to hear your lovely voices. And we promise we won't pick up the phone. You can just leave us a voicemail. Tell us where you're listening from. Tell us who you are. You can even use a nom de plume. We're not using our real names, so why should you?
Correct.
And
Yeah.
it's fine. Give us a call. Tell us where you're listening from. If you like what you hear, we'd love to hear it. If there's something that you think we could do differently, we're open to feedback. If you would like to be on the show, perhaps you are someone who is similarly passionate about the things that we talk about here. We would love to talk to you.
Yeah. Or if you've got a different passion.
That's right.
Yeah. Put the challenge to us. I'll find songs about it.
That is a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
So that phone number is not on our website. I will give it to you now. Do you have a pen and paper? Good. It's 302-609-1925.
Indeed it is.
Give us a call, leave us a voicemail, and we might shout you out. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yes. So, progressing through the documentary, this is Dawson City. It is in the Yukon. Yukon has a lot of winter. And the winter is important to the story. No spoilers. It's just important. So our final song mimics the end of the documentary, named Frozen Bill.
Frozen Bill.
Yes, Frozen Bill. Composed by and performed by Arthur Pryor and Arthur Pryor's band.
I feel like we've heard him before.
Oh, we have played Arthur Pryor before.
Yeah.
We certainly have.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not quite one of my favorites as Billy Murray, but he's still very prevalent at the time and produced some good things.
Okay.
Yes. This is on the Victor label, but we are going way, way back to 1909 for this one.
Okay.
So this is actually recorded before much of what the documentary would have shown. Because a lot of the documentary was about 1910s and 20s.
Yeah, it's the music that we're listening to came out right around the time of, I mean, it was well after the Klondike Gold
Right.
Rush, but not that, I mean, so Klondike Gold Rush was what, like right around the turn of the century,
Yeah,
like
1890s.
1890s. It was, and it was brief,
Yeah.
but you know, people stayed there, and they, you know, we talked about the silent films that were there and how important they were, and people would have been listening to this kind of music too.
Right. No, and I really, really strongly encourage you to go watch the documentary, because so many other famous things that we still know of today, the Chinese theater, had its origins in the Klondike Gold Rush.
It's so the connections to the Klondike Gold Rush are just so far-reaching.
Mind-boggling.
I had no idea. Like
Yeah.
once you start picking it apart, and you can see like the family tree
Yes.
of
yeah.
of the different things that you know have culturally become so important to us.
Right.
Yeah, it's really neat, you guys.
It really is. Please go watch.
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to play our third song, Frozen Bill. Yeah, Arthur Pryor's band.
And he wrote this?
He composed it. There are no lyrics to it. It's an instrumental.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Frozen Bill. So we don't get to know, this is not like the Ballad of Frozen Bill.
It is not the Ballad of Frozen.
And how Bill got frozen?
No, but I'm going to write that.
You should.
I am.
The Ballad of Frozen
Ballad
Bill.
of Frozen Bill. Poor Bill.
Oh.
Yeah. Now I'm distracted.
I'm sorry. Maybe we should just listen.
We're just going to listen to a song.
Okay, cool.
Arthur Pryor's band doing Frozen Bill.
So that particular style of music is called cakewalk.
Indeed it is.
It's characterized, well, so it's got, the cakewalk has racist origins. We have to talk about that before anything. Frequently, white enslavers would make their enslaved people perform and compete with each other, literally to be rewarded with a cake.
Right.
And that is how the cakewalk origins began. But then cakewalk became a dance, and it became sort of a widely done dance among everybody. It was like white people picked it up.
Right.
And it's characterized by that. It's ragtime. It's very syncopated. We heard that. But there's usually a part that slows down, and you heard that at the end.
Yes, very much so.
The last like 16 bars or so.
Yeah.
There was like a sort of and the cakewalk is kind of a jumpy dance, and so the talent of the cakewalk is how well you do the cakewalk is determined by how well you can jump up and stay in the air. Kind of like how the old French galliard used to be performed.
Okay.
The longer you could stay in the air, the more impressive your dance was. But yeah, I've got beef with this song because they kept trying to rush. They kept playing those syncopated figures a little bit too fast, and they were fighting each other on tempo, and that poor tuba player was like trying to keep it together, and everybody else was just rushing the and they just kept getting ahead of the bassist, who is really trying to just keep that tempo steady.
Well, right, and it should be the bass that keeps the tempo. Everyone else should be playing around that.
Well, bass is technically a rhythm instrument. Right?
Yes.
And it's, as a bassist myself, as a tuba player, like I definitely try. Tempo is something that you learn very early on, that you have to. You are the ground, and everybody else is kind of listening, whether they want to or not. They're listening to you to keep it all together.
Yeah.
So you have to be really cognizant about keeping tempo steady and also watching your conductor. My eyes are always glued on the conductor, because I know that if I screw up, if I'm messing up the tempo, the rest of the band is going to do it too. At least with the bass, you got a fighting chance. But yeah, these guys, I don't know. Maybe it was a choice. I don't know. I mean, Arthur Pryor was pretty notorious, not notorious, but he was a well-respected, famous, talented musician.
He learned from Sousa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was virtuosic.
Yeah.
He was a trombonist, right?
He was, yes.
And not an easy instrument to play, although I think he played valve trombone, which is probably a little bit easier than slide trombone. But I don't know, having never played one myself. But I have to wonder, because he was the band leader, right?
He was.
Yeah. So I wonder if that was like a conscious choice. Like maybe he told the other instrumentalists, he was like, I don't want dragging, I want you to push the tempo, which they really did. But I guess the bassist didn't get the memo. I don't know.
Well, maybe he was like, hey, bassist lost a bet. Let's fuck him up.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
That would be, yes.
And then they committed it to shellac.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
for all posterity.
Yep. But yeah, that's my only beef with it. It was obviously really well performed and very well articulated, getting everybody, the tempo issues aside, the disconnect between the bass and the rest of the instrumentalists, getting those articulations to sound consistent with each other across musicians, across sections. That's challenging without it sounding like fla 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 fla.
Right.
It was very tight. So I appreciated that about it.
Well, maybe they were just trying to warm Bill up.
Poor Bill.
Poor Bill.
Do we know why it's called Frozen Bill?
No, I don't. I know that the song was ultimately renamed, at a later point, the Pryor Foxtrot.
Right.
But I don't know why it was named Frozen Bill.
Frozen Bill. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that'll just be a mystery for the ages, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. And with that, we're at the end of this week's show.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. Had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can keep the magic going. You can head over to blindskeleton.one and you can check out all our stuff. We're going to put the Dawson City documentary, hopefully into the cinema.
Yes.
It is you can also find it on YouTube if you just want to, if you cannot wait to get your hot little hands on this documentary, you can search it. It's called Dawson City Frozen Time.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's just really neat the way they did it. I really do hope you go check it out because we will be fangirling about this for quite a while.
Yeah, some time to come.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that at some point, not too long from now, we're probably going to end up schlepping up to Dawson City just to see what that place is all about. And,
yeah. And we're going to bring our curling brooms with us.
yeah, they've got a curling club.
They do. Yes.
I'm so happy about that.
Yes. All I need is one game.
Yeah.
It's just one.
just to say you've played in Dawson City.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Go check it out. Check out the rest of our website while you're at it. And don't forget about your coffee needs. We're there to help you out with that as well. You can go to skeletonbrew.coffee and or nokings.coffee. Help us out. Check it out. Get yourself some damn good coffee and or tea and or other stuff, coffee adjacent.
Yes.
Help us, help others, help yourself.
Yes, indeed.
Fuel your revolution.
And until then, have a fantastic week.
Bye.